like a bunch of old dudes hanging brain.
There we go.
Hanging brain?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Like, with their dicks out?
And then just with their nuts hanging out.
With their nuts hanging
little,
out?
Little nuts look like a little brain. Those are two little bulbs, no wrinkly.
Fuck, dude. You know what's funny? I was watching a YouTube video, and for some reason, there's an ad about doing your own home testicular cancer test.
Mm-hmm.
You got that one?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just acknowledging what you're saying. Like, I follow.
And the way that they explain how to do it at home, they got walnuts and they put them in a balloon.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, they're just like showing like how to do it. I'm like, cool. It's nice. And they just said like once a month, and then
You're like, wait a minute. How is rubbing walnuts in a balloon supposed to tell me if I have cancer? It's like some voodoo shit.
Yeah. Well, if I want to check, I just get the nutcracker, right?
It's like, why don't I just rub my balls? Did I ever tell you guys my testicular cancer story?
Yeah, testicular
Please
cancer.
go on.
Well, a long time ago, back when, like, do you guys know who Tom Green is?
Yeah, the dude that
Comedian?
yeah, he had like a TV show.
Yeah, he had an MTV show
Yeah, I know who you're talking. He married Drew Barrymore.
for a little while,
Yeah.
and their house burned down.
That's part of his show, right?
No. But he got testicular cancer,
Mm-hmm.
and then they turned it into like an MTV special,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like promoting, like, you know, checking yourself.
Right. Before you wreck yourself.
Yeah, literally.
Chickity check yourself before you wreck yourself.
And
then-
Drew Barrymore's like, I ain't having that. I'm leaving you.
Yeah, no, I don't know if this is before or after they were married, but anyways, they were talking about it on there, and then like it got me kind of curious thinking about it. So I started feeling around down there, and I swore that like I felt something on one of them. So I got freaked out, and then like had an awkward conversation with my mom about it.
She's like, let me feel your balls real quick.
Yeah, and then so she ended up taking me to the doctor to get it looked at. And
After an hour of having his finger in my ass.
yeah, no, it was quite the opposite. I
your
went
finger
in,
up his ass?
Yeah, no, we did it to each other.
Okay,
It was a
nice.
tandem asshole
What the
plug.
fuck?
No, it was actually a kind of a younger doctor, and she was really fucking hot.
Oh, nice.
It was like
Put it in my ass now.
it was like no, it was like it's like, is she gonna be offended? Like
That my dick's not as big right now?
No, I was thinking,
swear I'll
like-
get bigger.
like if I got hard, would she get like angry or like
Flattered?
flattered? Yeah. Or would it just be embarrassing for both of us? Or like awkward for
Oh,
speaking of dicks getting hard.
Yeah. So you decided to take the chance?
Yeah, no, and then
Was,
like
was the song playing in your head, the magic moment?
this magic moment. And then, anyways, yeah. She was feeling around, and she kind of like
Give you a little
could
handy?
tell- she did the whole like, you know, turn your head and cough thing,
Oh, okay.
which I didn't know it was even real. I thought that people just did that in fucking movies and shit.
Yeah, you thought they just like squeeze dice balls and just
Yeah.
You were like, whatever you say, baby.
I'm like, so when do we bust out the walnuts? No. And then so she scheduled me to come back.
You're like, trust me, I'll be coming all day.
Yeah. And then like when I went back, she wanted to do like an ultrasound on my nuts.
What the fuck?
I was like, whoa. You know,
like-
just to get like a so she could see inside.
You're like, can you take me out to dinner first?
Yeah. I'm like, what about dinner and a movie? Maybe some drinks? No. And I was like, yeah, okay. So I went back for the follow-up for the ultrasound. Because for whatever reason, they couldn't do it on the same day.
Right.
When I went back to do it, that same doctor wasn't there anymore. It was this old-ass dude.
Like, fuck.
I was
You're all
like,
dressed up
"Man."
too. You're
Yeah.
like, you got your work cologne for the first time.
Yeah, bot cologne.
Yeah.
And then so they did that whole thing, and it was fucking weird, awkward, embarrassing.
Mhm.
And then they never called me back.
Mhm.
So I never got like a
Follow-up?
confirmation
Okay.
or any kind of follow up to let me know good or bad, thumbs up or thumbs down.
Right.
And no one ever brought it up again as far as like going to future doctors or anything like that. So I never heard anything about it. That was maybe like 15 years ago. And I'm not dead yet, so maybe it was something else. Maybe I have it. I don't know.
I remember I thought I had something like that because I remember
Well, I mean,
was watching.
before you continue,
Yeah,
that,
sure,
like
sure.
I think it might have just been like what we were talking about earlier, where it's like if you hear about something and you look up the symptoms online, you're just gonna automatically assume you have
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Like those, what are they called? Like hemophiliacs? I think that's what the term is called, where they read up on certain things that like symptoms of diseases or
Yeah.
illnesses, and they start. As they're reading it, they start reacting that way, thinking that they have it, and then they give them like the placebos.
Oh yeah, the sugar pills.
Yeah.
A gazebo?
Yeah, a gazebo. I remember I was watching Degrassi when I was young, when like Drake was in a wheelchair,
That was fun.
and I remember one of the characters had cancer. I believe it was testicular cancer as well, and that got me spooked because I never had a full concept of how cancer works and where you can get cancer.
Mm-hmm.
When I was young, I just know that cancer was fatal.
Mm-hmm.
So when I heard about testicular cancer, I was like, oh shit. And
You're like, but I need those.
yeah, I need those.
This is the two things I can't lose.
And so I gave myself like an unexperienced exam,
Yeah.
and I hurt myself because I didn't obviously I didn't know my anatomy.
You hurt yourself?
Yeah.
How deep were you checking?
Hold on, wait. So, I gave myself I didn't know like the male anatomy as well, so I didn't know like how obviously there's testicles in your scrotum, not scrotum. Not scrotum. It's
Scrotum's like the net that holds them.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. Okay, so obviously there's
net, it's more of like a hammock.
there's right. There's testes, right,
Yeah.
in there.
And the vas deferens and all that.
I didn't know about the tube.
Yeah.
I
think that's
Oh,
what I
you
was
dumbass.
feeling too.
So like I like roughly grazed it, and like
Uh-huh.
it was so fucking sensitive.
And your heart skipped a beat.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I got it. I had testicular cancer.
You're like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. You're like 12 crying about it.
Yeah.
Mom?
These balls are all I have. Like, I just started playing with these things. I'll never masturbate again.
Right?
What's going on? What's going on?
And then like a week later, I'm just like, fuck yeah, going to
Yeah.
living every day like it's my last.
You're like, well, might as well use them while I got them.
You're freaking having ghost loads.
Yeah. Ghost loads?
Yeah, we're
Was
like,
it wet dreams?
no.
Oh, is that like where you come but nothing comes out?
Yeah.
You're like, huh?
It's just you just hear the
Like dust comes out?
Yeah, that's if you're an old man. You gotta pour water in there.
Oh.
It's like those dinosaurs that get to soak in water.
Oh, and they
God.
grow.
Yeah. Have you guys seen that image where this guy?
Wait,
What,
I'm just
what?
reminded of that scene in The Simpsons where Bart buys the magical growing dinosaur sponge pills.
Oh yeah, from Millhouse he sold his soul for
He
it.
tries to scare Lisa with it, so he throws it down on the ground. He imagines like spraying it with the hose, and then it gets like all life size and picks up Lisa, and it's like chewing on her.
Yeah, but it's like
And she-
soft.
Yeah, and she's like, Bart, this thing, or she's like, help, this thing is getting gross smelling water all over me. And then he actually goes to try to do it, so he throws it at her and sprays it with the hose, and then it just washes down the drain.
Yeah, it grows so it's like so
Yeah.
fucking minuscule.
He's like, man, I sold my soul for this.
Like an idiot. I remember I had one. You guys ever watch the movie Small Soldiers?
No.
Yeah.
In the film Small Soldiers, there's like this character. He's all loopy. It's like a purple toy, And he has like an eyeball that's like one that's like really large and one that's kind of small. He's supposed to be kind of like the jokester and the crazy one.
He's a clown dressed like a butt plug.
Other way around.
A butt plug just like a clown?
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean a clown dressed up as a sex toy.
There you go. And so I had one of those where like it's the pill. That shit took 4 hours.
God.
I was just watching nothing but suds.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm just gonna leave it right, because you know, like most kitchens, like they have like a window, like if like you have like a window near the kitchen, so like the fumes can.
Oh yeah, so when you bake a pie, you can leave it on the windowsill.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like that. Most like traditional houses, like if you live in an apartment or you know like a more modern house, I don't know of that, but
I think even apartments have windows in their kitchens.
Okay, well there you go. I'm talking about like
I think it's like a fire hazard if you don't.
Shit, hell if I know, because I know they have like those vents now, that the thing like the top, yeah. So I'm talking about like a traditional house, like you know back in the day. I used to live in one of those, and they had like the sink, and there's like a window above the sink.
Yeah.
And I'll just leave the fucking cup there. I'm like, you know, fuck this shit, and I come back and it's gone. I'm like, what happened?
The cup is gone.
The cup is gone. Next thing you know, I see my dog running with the toy.
Wow.
Like, God damn it.
I guess my grandma gave him the fucking toy.
She's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You can have it, dog. I thought you were gonna say that the toy like grew to the size it was supposed to, so the toy was running off with your dog.
Yeah. So it can riding it like a horse.
Yeah. Like, yeah. He's got like a little rope between like his mouth. And
Yeah.
on.
You know, thinking about me as like those times, I remember I had like some dogs. It was like two, I don't know if they were Dobermans or like German Shepherds. And I remember, man, these dogs look fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
They look like they kind of had like that serious look. Like that was like their kind of resting pose.
Yeah, that's why they use those for like security dogs.
Yeah, and I remember my mom, she was like, yeah, fine, fuck it, have them. And then they only lasted like a week because they kept shitting in the living room, and they took big shits.
Wow.
Because you know they're like bigger dogs.
Yeah.
So, you know, every morning my mom was greeted with like, you know, like in the hallway, just like 2 mounds of shit.
Wow.
Wow. It's like, thanks for the food.
Yeah.
Here, you can have it back.
Imagine like people in restaurants do that. Like they just like eat there and they're just
Shit,
like.
I bet someone has done that before.
Food was great, and it's better coming out.
Mirror.
What are you more satisfied with, when food comes in or food comes out, the proper way, not throwing up?
Oh. Well, obviously going in.
Depends what kind of food it is. Because I love a good shit.
Right?
So it's hard to beat that.
Yeah. Like if you're building up a shit and you're building up like an appetite. Like which one do you prefer?
I'd say
Like which one do you get more satisfaction?
I'd say taking a good shit.
Taking a good shit?
Because if you're super hungry and you finally get to eat, it's like you eat and then after you eat, you're no longer hungry. You're just normal.
Uh-huh.
Whereas if you have to shit, you're in a whole lot of pain. But as soon as you take a satisfying shit, you feel 100% better.
Do you play the Pokemon nursing theme in your head when you take a shit?
Ding, 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 ding.
No.
Yeah.
No. I play that one Static X song where he's like, got to get this out of me. I need it.
I know you said Static X, but in my head I was picturing
Static
Static Shock.
I did too. I registered as that too.
Well,
That just dated all three of us.
Yeah.
Call it an episode?
We can call it an episode.
Alright, boys and... Boys?
Yeah.
Boys and poison.
Boys and boys. Well, I mean, I know who's watching is me, so... My boy!
No, I've seen comments from other people.
Like...
What's that fool's name? Jonesy.
Jonesy.
Yeah.
Hey, Daniel. Who's the boy?
Yeah, there you go. See.
So my boy.
Yeah, he's jonesing for it.
He's Jones sodaing it. Jonesy.
Yeah, those bat tits are for you.
Yeah, that's it, man. I can't zip it out.
Yeah, I've seen his comments. They're mean.
They're mean. I saw the one last night that woke me up at like 1 a.m.
Yeah, I saw it too.
I think that kind of dates this one. All right, guys. We'll see y'all next time. We'll see you, Renee, next time, and Daniel next time, because we're for sure watching.
Yeah.
Alright.
Batman's all sad because, oh, man.
It's so sad.
He does look sad.
It's because his arm's too short.
Yeah.
He has a swimmer's body.
He's a sad man.
The Batman. Brr.